Dude, Gunther has been on fire, man. He's a hell of a match against Ciampa. He had a hell of a promo. The dude looks the part. A lot of sentiments been going around on Twitter talking about this man. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com at Sean Ross Sapp tweets this. Everything Gunther does makes the title mean more. And I couldn't agree more with that. And a lot of Twitter has been saying the same thing. Puddy, what do you think? Is Gunther the best Intercontinental champion of all time?
Was my favorite belt growing up, still is. So you look like Mr. Perfect, the Ted DiBiase's, the Ultimate Warriors, the Miz, Chris Jericho's, the Edge. I can go on Triple H, The Rock, blah, blah, blah. Gunther doesn't really hold a candle to them when it comes to like character and personality and like, oh, that's fucking Mr. Perfect. That's fucking the Miz. Okay. But goddamn, I have to say yes. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, like I talked about it many times on this show since all 8 seasons. What Miz did for the IC belt has been next to none. It was a joke. It was handoff. It was a hot potato. But when he had it, it meant something. He restored it to prominence when he had it. It was must see. It was a draw. But what they've done with Gunther, like again, his character is just there. His promos are pretty good. But his matches, goddamn, man, Jesus, he delivers in the ring. I'm so happy too that shut up all those fucking people who were racing Walter. I told you it would fucking make no difference, and it didn't. And yeah, I think he's up there, man. If he's not the best, I don't know who would be besides him.
Yeah, it's a huge statement, man. Like to say the best of all time, you just think about how long that championship goes back to. Like Pat Patterson was the very first Intercontinental champion. Like Pat Patterson, that goes back deep, bro. So there's been a lot of great champions along that time. I mean, Shawn Michaels immediately comes to mind for me, like putting that championship on the map. With the ladder match at WrestleMania. Razor Ramon. Bret Hart, as you said, like, Mr. Perfect, like the list goes on of great champions that held that championship that made it mean something. And we haven't even talked about Honky Tonk Man, the man who had it the longest time. Did Gunther officially beat him out, right?
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
Going to. Does it make a difference?
Couple weeks ago, he did.
Oh, he did.
This
is what I thought. Okay. Dude, I feel like time is such a fucker for me. So he did. So Gunther is now the longest reigning champion. Does that mean anything at all, though, with that, as far as terms of him being the best? Or
that definitely helps give a couple notches up in his column. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it has to, man. It's it's crazy because I didn't even think about like how far back that he won the championship for. It's like, holy shit, that flew by because like, dude, I can't get enough of the dude. He's just putting a match after match after match, banger after banger after banger, right?
Yep. And like every match he does, it delivers. Those 2 back-to-back classic matches with Chad Gable recently. The fucking WrestleMania triple threat match he had. It just he does. I don't know what else to say.
I think you have to hit another note here with Gunther. As far as like why he may go down as the best, because think about like how that championship has been used for like this past few years. There have been moments where I couldn't even remember who the champion was because it was just like meaningless. Like it was hardly defended. It was like at one point it was like a hot potato going back and forth, different people. Like it didn't necessarily matter. It wasn't even defended on pay-per-views. Like it was just like almost like a nothing title. It was a shame. It's just like at one point I was talking about, man, it would be nice to see the United States Championship and the Intercontinental Championship be like prominent again to like mean something. And here we are. Gunther has brought it to that level. It brought it to the level of back to like the Attitude Era from what I remember when that championship was held of high prestige, of high value.
Very curious, A, who beats him, and B, what they do with that belt after him. Is he going to go back to being like the Miz was? Miz was great, but then he lost it and it went back to being a hot potato meaningless prop. I think if that happens, this reign would have been wasted. I think they're now have the people in place that won't happen. So I'm curious what the next chapter is for this belt after Gunther passes it on to the next person.
And then you have to wonder, well, then what's next for Gunther when he loses the championship belt? Like, you know, like
One way to go.
one way
What
to
up?
go, right? Like
Oh,
he's definitely has to win a main championship. He has to be the world heavyweight champion or universal champion, and one of the two. Yeah, real fast before we move on, do you see him as someone that could possibly beat Roman Reigns?
yes.
Wow,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
absolutely.
I don't know what the plans are. I don't know. We hear rumors, there's rumblings about WrestleMania 40. But if, like, use your phrase earlier, gun to my head, he would be my pick to win the Royal Rumble.